Yes.
Time.
Alcohol is poison. That one, yes, alcohol is actual poison.
All alcohol. I've heard that red wine is good for you.
Who said that? I want to meet the person that said.
Continue.
I want to actually meet the person that said red wine is good for you. Now, let's break down red wine. They say red wine is good for you, yeah? But then red wine is contained in alcohol, right? And the quote and unquote, the good ingredient that everybody says is contained in red wine is one ingredient called resveratrol. Another thing is, when you see a research online, one of the first things you should ask yourself is who sponsored the research? When you look at the person who sponsors the research, then you know the agenda of the research. Some of this research was actually sponsored by the alcohol companies themselves. Because they know that if they just put it out there, it's good for you in a small manner or in this. But if something is good for you, why don't they give it to children and breastfeeding mothers? You ever asked yourself that question?
Well, no.
Water is good for you.
But why is it that everything that is good for you is boring or bitter?
Not necessarily. It's just the way we have grown, and then your tongue can actually adapt, right? When we say salt, too much salt is bad for you. If you look at it, a lot of Nigerians right now have hypertension. NCDs is becoming one of the biggest killers of Nigerians. NCDs mean non-communicable diseases, hypertension, diabetes. But let's look at hypertension, for instance. One of the biggest contributors to hypertension is sodium in food. And so one of the things you should actually do is reduce the amount of salt that you add in your meals. So the next thing to now do is to ask yourself, which foods have a lot of sodium? Just aside from salt. If you get to the back of the food that you get in the market and you look at it and you ask yourself, how much sodium is here? How much sodium should I have in a day? Is this more than 2,300 milligrams? Is it more than 1,500 milligrams? But we don't know these things. It's like going to the fuel station with your car and you don't know the difference between diesel, fuel, and kerosene. But we pay more attention to our cars than we do in our body. We just feel, just because there's a hole in it, pour something inside. So just because your mouth is open does not mean that every food item should come inside. A lot of these food items are made just because the people who are making it want profits. Don't care about your health. You're there for profits. And when you take a lot of these things, it affects you. So when we say, junk, for instance, reduce it. Or even say no to it. But guess what? Junk is sweet.
Mm-hmm.
And because there's that reward system in your head, that's why a lot of people are addicted to these things.
My brother, wait first. So you say I shouldn't drink any alcohol?